well.
Good evening, and welcome everybody to the first edition of Kop Talk. I tell you what, get used to it. Put it in your diary, on your smartphone, whatever you need to do. 9:30 every Thursday, right here, FTB Sports. You'll be joined by myself and the rest of my lovely team. So I'll introduce you to my team first. On my left, we have the beautiful Gems. Say hi, Gems.
Evening.
We have Mr. Stoney. How you doing, bro?
Welcome, everyone. I'm good, sir.
Nicholas down there. How we doing, Nicholas?
He's keeping hydrated.
Yeah, he's keeping hydrated. You need to in this heat, I tell you. So we have a packed show for you today. So without no further ado, we will jump straight in with a little transfer news. Let's talk about some transfers, people. So first and foremost, we're talking about. Let's talk about a couple that might be outgoing. Nat Phillips and Origi. What's your thoughts, James? What's your thoughts?
I think Origi's had his time. He's had enough opportunities to come off the bench and prove himself. I don't think he has. So I think if we sell him now, we can get a decent amount, put it towards another player.
Okay. And Nat Phillips?
It's going to be sad because he helped us out. It's going to be sad, but I'm wondering if we did sell him, we have kind of a buyback thing, but he's not the level that we want anyway. But it's just sentimental. He was there to help us through the storm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Stoney.
I think it's the same thing what James has really said. Oh, look, but both players, if they move on, they're both going to leave as legends in their own rights. And what is Rigi? I think Rigi must be about 26 now. So you're right. In terms of football, he should be hitting his prime probably by next season or the season after. As you said, what he's done for us in some of those important games, especially against Everton, he'll always go down as a legend. And similar to Phillips as well, what he did in terms of coming in and helping to stabilise us defensively last season. If he does move on, he'll go on with our blessing. I mean, look, minimum 15 mil for each of those players, 30 mil in the pocket. You can buy players with that, or just put it towards securing some of the players that we don't want to leave and just enhance their contracts.
Okay. Nicholas, thoughts? Nicholas, you with us? I think Nicholas is taking a break already. Okay. So my thoughts on that are Origi, for me, I don't know about, like you said, I think he's been given a fair chance. I don't know about that. Coming on as a sub is not the same as getting a run of games where you start and play down the middle in your normal position, because sometimes he has come on and played either right or left, which is not his main position. So that I'm a bit doom and ahra about. But to be honest, I'm not sure he is the level that we really need, to be fair. And I think we would do well to move him on. For me personally, I think he is someone who can score goals and can do a job at another team, and I think in another league. And I'd want 20 million for him, minimum. Nat Phillips, it is sad sentimentally wise, but you know what? When you're in this game, there's not a lot of time for sentiment at all.
I know.
To be fair, he came in, and one thing I do like about him, he'll put his head where other people wouldn't even put their boot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's definitely. I like them kind of guys. I do like them kind of guys.
No
So
fear.
definitely, yeah. That for me.
Championship kind of players, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
And you're right.
Harsh.
If we do move him on, we'll be moving him on where his stock is high.
Yeah.
I think there'd have been a lot of clubs, even if it was in the Premiership, that would have looked at him, would have seen his abilities, areas of development as well. Move him on while his stock is high, and he said, "I think he'll move on with our blessing."
Yeah. Brighton have been looking at him as well.
Yeah.
Brighton have been showing a big interest in him. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
there's a few Prems as well. I think Newcastle, I heard.
There's been a few clubs looking at him, and I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm not surprised. I think if you've got someone around him who's got a bit of pace, he'll do all right. He'll do all right. Definitely do all right.
I think Origi reminds me a bit of Sturridge minus the injury history.
I think Sturridge is a bit more clinical than Origi.
Yeah. I think
definitely got a bit more about Sturridge.
Scenario, you know.
And as you said, I think the thing with Origi as well. You know, I was just mentioning about his price tag, whether it was 15 million. I don't think anything's quoted, right? So even to say if it was 15 mil, you can buy second or third rate fullbacks for that price. So that's what I'm talking about. That is just the baseline for us. And with the quality that he does clearly possess, we're not just looking at the Premiership. We're looking at anywhere in Europe or globally. So I'm sure if he is up for sale, we'll have a lot of people that will purchase him.
I think Nick's gone to have a melt in the fridge.
Yeah, want to cool off and come back. There's definitely interest in it. There's definitely interest, and I honestly believe that if he goes somewhere and he gets a run of games, he starts playing like 10 games in a row, you'll see a difference, and he'll start scoring some goals, man. He'll definitely start scoring some goals. Yeah. Gems, do you want to say hello to a few people there and some comments?
Yeah. So this is my friend Warren. He's saying, "Isn't Thursday night Europa League football?" Yep, that's why we're going to show on Thursday night.
That's right, because we're not busy on Thursdays.
Yeah, we're free then.
Come on. It's not rocket science, Warren.
Now soon. They'll be in the Thursday nights. We've got Reese. Hey everyone. Hi Reese.
Hi Reese.
Hi Reese.
Time. I know.
Reese is a loyal supporter, James. He catches every show, does Reese?
Yeah.
Yes, Reese. It's been too long. I can't wait for the season now. And then we've got who's this? Foxy Bingo. He's watching out for some outtakes, I think, this evening.
Good evening, Mr. Fox.
Let's have a look. Who else we got?
Always cool.
Yeah. Salarigi. Get Ivan Toney for me. What do you think of that?
That would be Brentford would not be selling Toney for that. Are you asking me how good Toney is? I think he's amazing. But Brentford would not be selling him in that first season.
No chance. No way.
That's suicide, isn't it?
Yeah. And you would have to go with an astronomical amount of money for them to agree.
Exactly.
Yeah. Serious. Is he our level?
He's got potential.
Exactly. And we'll coach him as well, which is the right thing.
Oh, your bro's on.
Hey, Satan Baird. This is Mr. B. He likes this position.
Yeah, see, the man just want to watch some quality.
Exactly.
They won't be around on Thursday soon because they'll be busy watching their own.
Oh my. In case of the next comment.
Good evening, Mr. B. Good evening.
They're saying that we'll get 10 mil for Origi.
10 mil?
What did they say on their show the other day? I swear they said, was it Errol? They're going to get, I can't remember who it was now. They said they were going to sell someone for 30 mil. I can't remember who it was now, but it was like, dream on. So I'm not even listening to their price ranges.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this now? Stu MC. Hello. Arsenal, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Thiago, Sal, Mane, Firmino, Salah. Better ball progression from either centre-back, more balance in midfield, and it may allow the front three to flourish again. I mean, of course. I know people could criticise us all they like, but we had an awful situation last season. We still finished third. Man United only won one more game than us last season, and they were giving us hell. They had one more game, and they said they had the best season of their life since Fergie left. People were criticising Mane, saying he wasn't getting as many goals, and Thiago Thiago missed the first half of the season anyway.
Yeah.
But they were having to make up for the defense, you know. They were having to track back a lot more. We couldn't have that high line as much. Obviously, Jordan was out. Fabinho was in centre back, and his key role, Fabinho, is what makes our attack so good.
Of course.
If we've got him in at centre back, we can't do what we want to do because we're exposed, you know. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's move on to a bit more transfer news. So I've got a little snippet here about we're supposed to be signing a young 16-year-old winger from Newcastle, Bobby Clark. Apparently, within the next week or so, the deal should be done. And he's the son of Lee Clark, apparently.
Okay.
So he comes from decent stock. Yep, from 16-year-old winger. Meant to be a next hot prospect for us. So we'll
probably come into our development and our academy, our development squad.
Definitely. So, question for you, peoples. Gerard Bowen of West Ham. What is your thoughts? 35 million. They're looking at.
All right, so I think it's quite interesting with this because where did they buy him? Was it from Hull that they brought Bowen from? Yeah. Hull, yeah. I actually thought I know that there's a complete step up or contrast to the level that Hull was at, and obviously where West Ham was. I mean, we bought someone from Hull that wasn't too bad actually.
For 8 mil.
Yeah. Manu paid 80 for a teammate.
Bowen's stats at Hull, it was actually really tidy, and I think for Hull he was either playing on the left mid, centre mid, or left forward. And I actually thought that was a really good purchase by West Ham. I think he played all right last season. He tailed off near the end. Is he something that Liverpool need? I personally think that if he comes in, he's going to be more of a squad player. I can't see him pushing 100%. For a first team at all. I really can't see it at all. So I'm not saying that he would not be a player that would be able to coach and improve. But at this moment, Bowen, nah, I can't see that, and I don't think he's at the level that Liverpool are at.
Gems, what do you say?
I mean, our bench is pretty dry. There's been situations where you think, right, we need to switch it up. You look to the bench and you think it's not matching up to Man City, you know.
Oh, definitely not.
Is he even good enough to go on the bench? You know, I don't know. He's not. I've not watched a lot of him, so I don't know.
He's not what I want, but I'll tell you a little bit.
Do better.
He's played. I'll tell you one thing I do like about him. Though he played 38 games last season, so that's
nice.
a single game. Yeah, that's one thing I do like. He got 8 goals, got 5 assists, and apparently, but he created 11 big chances. So they didn't score them all, but he did create more chances. He's not what I want. He's not the kind of signing I personally think that we should be looking at.
Yeah.
I think he'll definitely be a bench player for me. Definitely squad player coming off the bench, Carabao Cup, and I don't think we need that. I think we need to be looking a bit higher than that for me personally. I want somebody who's going to be pushing Marlon, Salah, and the likes of them lot. I want somebody who's going to be pushing these guys.
Well, that's where we just put out our youth. So that 16-year-old we just signed, that would be his time to shine, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And I also believe with players like Harvey Elliott and that coming through, I think I'd rather more give them a chance than spend 35 million on someone like Bowen. We've already got someone for me who's naturally gifted.
Yeah.
I'd give him a chance all day long. He looks good. Oh, definitely.
He's hungry. He's fighting for that spot.
So we were also meant to be looking at Daniel Marlon as well, 22 years old from PSV. Jeremy Doku, 19-year-olds from Rennes. Federico Chiesa, 23-year-old Juve player. And Domenico Berardi, 26 years old from Saslu. These are all attacking midfielders.
Yeah. I can't see, I mean, sorry, James, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I think we will get an attacking midfielder, but it seems that we're linked with about 500 at the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of our business is done under wraps. So I don't necessarily believe any of the rumours because I feel like all as is hush hush now. Since the Virgil epic, meltdown when Southampton held us to ransom and stuff, I think we like to do things a bit quietly now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely need to replace Wijnaldum. I'm really upset he's gone.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think you see what I think them rumours come from though, James. I think because people know that we need that kind of player. That's why.
Yeah.
So I think that's where a lot of it's coming from, because they know that we need that. They know they can see it. Everybody can see it. So that's where they come from. What are you going to say about that?
Yeah.
So sorry, I was going to say, Che is a really good player. Is he currently at Juve at the moment? So he had a really good Euros as well. But yeah, I can't see him moving. He's almost establishing himself now in Italy and with the national team. Mm-hmm. So if there was a move for him, Juve would be asking for quite a lot of money with that. But you're right. I think he's a really good player as well. So I think you were saying there's those players that you mentioned. I think there was Saul as well from Atletico Madrid.
Oh yeah, Saul as well from that. But
Saul. They were looking at, and you know what? That may be an option. I know at the end of last season, there was a player that I mentioned that I would have liked for us to get from, it was Udinese's captain, Rodrigo de Paul. He's ended up going to Atletico Madrid. So, I mean, you don't know, Saul is he's 26. He plays centre mid. His contract is up 2026. So, he's still got a long contract, but we're also meant to be looking at French under 23s player. He plays centre midfield, left side as well, under 23. So he plays with Ibrahim in the under 21s French team. Hussein, he plays for Lyon. We're meant to be looking at him as well, and also Lorenzo Pellegrini from Roma. I mean, he's 25. The same thing. Both of their contracts expire at the end of next season and the season afterwards. Both central midfielders. So those may be an option. Both players, quoted at 36 mil. So as he said, we move on Origi, we move on Nat Phillips, and then we bring one of those midfielders in.
Cash the money and upgrade. We got retain maybe Doku.
So before we move on to the next point, I'm going to ask you quickly, and I just want you to answer quickly before we move on. Do we want an attacking midfielder or an all-out number 9?
This is for me? You go, Stoney.
Both of you.
Okay. James can go first.
All right. I feel that we need... well, this is the thing. Because Klopp's plan is that he's been training Ox as the number 9. So I don't think that we are going to get that. I don't think that's going to happen. He's trying to use what we've got. So I think we definitely need to replace Wijnaldum 100%. 100%. Looking at last season when we kept losing players as well, and then you look at the bench and you're just like, this bench is fucking dry. We need something. I think Jota was a good buy as well. He's brilliant. But he was injured as well. So is when there's injuries around. If all our team are fit, we're fucking fired. But as soon as there's more than say 2 injuries, and then you look to the bench, struggling. Definitely
need to strengthen that bench.
Yeah.
Stoney.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how Ox and Naby Keita play this season. I'm not saying it's the be all and end all, but I would like whatever's happening with the issues with their bodies. Hopefully, it's being managed a little bit better by our physios and hopefully internally by themselves, and we see the best of them, because I think either of those two players are capable of actually playing as number 8s or players that can actually break the lines when they've actually got the ball. And as you said, as James was saying as well, regarding Ox playing in the number 9, Klopp had actually mentioned in one of his recent interviews as well that Liverpool had actually been doing a lot of training with Ox in the number 9 position. So we may well actually see him playing there, either there or, as he said, up on the left-hand side as one of the forwards as well. But you're right, we've got Ox, Naby, if they keep fit, and as you said, we've got Jota. But I do agree with you, if we do have any form of injuries, our bench looks quite slim. So If we bring in,
some of them is now or never, isn't it? You know, for
Yeah.
It's an understatement, mate.
Yeah.
So I would personally like for us to bring in another forward. Personally, I would. I'm not too sure who that is, but I would like for, and also just to freshen up the squad as well. I would like for us to. I think our riches are not on Man City's level, but you're right, James. They've kind of set the tone in terms of playing. They've got 2 or 3 high-class players in each position. Our club has that stature.
Chelsea.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our club has that stature.
Again, he's like, can't have Man City out paying us. We're the big spenders, and he's come out now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think definitely Keita is now or never. Shaqiri, a bit like Danny Ings, isn't it? He's a good player, but we want better.
Okay, so before we move on, James, you want to read out some more comments before we move on?
Yeah. So this is from Warren. The pressure is on Man U this season, and I fully expect Liverpool to come out fighting. Remember, we were decent before Christmas, and fell away started the year. 18 centre-back pairings was a mad thing. It is true, you know. And I remember Man U they missed Harry for a couple of games, and they were crying their eyes out. Robertson steps up nicely. I can only hope that if he does agree a contract, he can be a squad player on rotation. Robertson is a beast. I looked the other day, in his whole career, he has 45 assists for club and country.
Did he say he can be a squad player?
I know. I just saw that as well. That was bananas.
Who is this, Nicholas? I'm glad
He's one of the first names you put on the team sheet.
He's winding us up.
Who's his backup? Is it the Greek guy in it, Smith?
Yeah, he's played as well. You know, it's
really good in pre-season. Did you see his assist?
Yeah.
I did.
And Robertson's fitness levels are absolutely crazy because, you know, the amount of games he actually played for Liverpool, but he was also captain and representing his country as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so underneath a new manager as well. So you're right, his fitness levels are amazing.
I love Robertson. He just goes and goes. Whole game, 100% effort, full game. He doesn't slow down. But you know, Champions League, it might be nice, you know, to offer him a little break now and again. But I don't think he'd want it.
Nah, Carabao Cup, man, he can have a break.
Let's have a look. Warren, attacking mid who can play across the whole of the front line. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Jota can do that.
Yeah. And Thiago's going to be, you know, freed up now. He's not helping out at the back anymore as well. Fabinho is going to be the key for that, isn't he? Nicholas, I hope you're not talking rubbish again, mate. Number 9, we are all well stocked in the middle of the park, so another central midfielder isn't too big a party, but last season's injuries was horrendous.
Yeah.
It's understatement.
Okay. All right.
Keita, when he's fit, can do that number 8 role effectively.
That's what I was just saying earlier.
Yep,
exactly what I was saying. Yeah,
definitely.
But like
it's just a fitness as well, isn't it? It's just that question mark.
Did you see? Everyone was laughing at him because at the end of the season he put up I think it was a tweet, and he was on holiday, and he said he was taking a nice break, and they were like, "From what? What?
You've been having a bloody break, mate. I'm getting paid for it."
What have we got now? Warren, Ox. I think never looks great on the wing.
You know what? It's about coaching as well, isn't it? And it's about adaptability. So at Arsenal, he would have played more of that central midfield role. For Liverpool, he's done. He played since he's been at us. He's probably played like 33 games in that central midfield role. But I'm a strong believer as well is when you come to a club of our stature, then part of your development is about adjusting and playing to different positions. And I'm glad that he's going to have the opportunity to actually do that. And we may well see another side of Ox as well. What is he? 26, 27?
Yeah, we've got a great coach, hasn't he?
He's still coachable. Still coachable.
Yeah. Nicholas Tsimikas has looked a lot better this preseason. He it was only a 30-minute game, but yeah, he was the best player. He's man of the match that game. Monday.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome back, Kopites. Welcome back, Pato. Oh, he's taking a minute. Do you know what? That's
On Monday is stone cold blooded.
I'm gonna kill you.
This guy.
Go get your bandana. I bet you're sweating up today. But even Warren, go away, Zach. Big man is all
On Monday.
great. Who else have we got? Let's get rid of him. This is our Paxton Road host, Sam Spurs for Life. Everyone, let's relax on the show. I need what you lot put in your tea. It's
Sam for Life. I'll tell you what it is. Sam for Life. I've always said you are an exceptional host of your club and Paxton Road End. The reason why we're so calm is because we're at a big team, relaxed, lots of silverware, brother. But no, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam, for tuning in. We always welcome your comments. Always valid, amazing person with exceptional football knowledge. So thank you, sir.
Yeah, he is a great host. Balogun, Hiram, he will play as a false 9. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
Thanks, Stitches.
Yeah, someone else has said they win trophies, mate. Yeah, exactly. That's how you keep calm in this game. Hi, Charles. No notification from you two. You need to click that button, mate. Curtis Jones. Oh my God, how I forgot to bring him up.
That's interesting.
So, Curtis Jones has been a brilliant addition to the first team. He will step up this season as Gini's replacement. I just feel he needs to be able to shield the ball better. So I have said a few times, I think this will be Curtis's time to shine this season. I really like the kid. I think that he's a bit. He reminds me of. He's a bit like Robertson. You know, he's just got that drive and that fight that I like.
I mean, for Curtis as well, he's got time on his hands. I think sometimes when it comes to, and obviously he was our under 21s, under 23s academy captain as well, and obviously now he's representing his national team. I think we have to be mindful sometimes about the way that we develop players. Yeah, very good. I would say that's really big saying that he's going to step into Gini's replacement. However, I go back to what I was saying before. We're a club that are, more than able to actually coach players. So we'll see how he plays this season, gets more game time. Yeah. And then we'll continue to support his development.
Quickly, please.
Yeah.
On Monday, get your defense back. No more excuses. Yeah, what's going to be your excuse when you get day? Yeah, I mean,
quick.
Having injuries is not an excuse, Mr. B. Yeah, yeah, all right, Dayton Bear.
Yes. Bring me the laptop charger, quickly.
Yes, stone cold.
Stoney's not Stoney. Artie's just ringing somebody. Okay. Neto for me over Bowen. I mean, I'm not. I don't even really believe this Bowen rumor. There's so many rumors. I don't necessarily believe that.
Same thing. I see Neto possibly being on the same level as Bowen. And as you said, we're speaking about plays in the most respectful way. Yeah, they're not at the level to actually come in. I would like any acquisitions that we make for our squad this season. I want them to be coming in, pushing our first team players, and I don't think Neto or Bowen are actually at that level.
No, we want people that are going to be competing for that first team spot. Exactly. Not another Shaqiri. No disrespect to Shaqiri, but I think he would do good to just like what we did with Danny Ings, go to a step down, and he will fly, I think.
Yeah.
Warren, do you think BBD will start the season next month? So him and Gomez didn't start the pre-season matches, did they?
No, and Klopp was basically saying that they probably need a little bit more training time as well. But I think our club have mentioned that we're still going to have 2 more pre-season games. We're playing Atletico Bilbao and Osasuna a couple of weeks before we play Norwich. So I believe that Van Dijk and Gomez will feature in either of those 2 games as well. But I agree with you, James. There's no rush. These are both players, both Rolls Royces.
We got Mains on Friday.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Klopp's old club as well, ain't it?
Yeah. I don't think he's going to give them the whole match, but like last season when people were injured, like Henderson, as soon as he was fit again, we had to rush him back in. He wasn't ready and then got injured again. So I'd rather take their time.
Shaqiri in the Euros has showed you something, though.
Shaqiri.
You think Xhaka's
a tiny player, isn't it?
The Euros is a funny game because Xhaka looked like a world-class player. I think it's a different thing playing for your country because your passion and everything comes out, and it's a few games. It's like
the country's not the one who pays your bloody wages.
I know.
I don't want to hear that. We pay you week in, week out.
Do you think? And I don't have the answer to this, by the way. Okay. Do you think that Shaq plays like that for his national team because he's got more responsibility for himself and actually playing? Because you're right, the way that he plays for his national team and the way he played for Stoke was a mirror image of how I thought he'd play for Liverpool. And you're right, is it because he hasn't had enough game time, or maybe I'm missing the amount of games he's played? That's why it's hard for me to comment. But he had a wonderful Euros. I always
believe, I'm a strong believer in people need game time to show something. Yeah. All right, sometimes you know what's going to happen for you. Come on as a sub, you got 15 minutes or so, and you might do something. But you can't keep coming off the bench to come and do something, man. Not only is it you need momentum and that's a play, but also your mental, your mindset as well. I'm going to be on the bench again, and I'm expected to come on and do something in the last 10 minutes or something. You need a run of game.
Team to get off the bench for, because said Robertson, Salah, Mane, Bobby, they're barely out. They're barely out, and they got energy for days. So to get into that team, you need to be on your level.
You have to be on point.
I'm on this House Dallas, by the way. I'm not even gonna say nothing to him. He's there with black-eyed peas.
Yeah.
And he agrees.
I agree with you, Monday.
Okay. So time is moving fast. We're gonna move it on. The big one. Ibrahim Konate. Talk to me. What's your thoughts?
He's like a brick wall. He's massive.
He's a unit.
Like him and Virgil with Fabinho, it's like, whoa, those three, if they can connect well, and I think Alisson and Virgil will make you feel confident as well. They're very well spoken. They're very good at communicating what they want from the players around them. Jordan, he's good at that, so I think he'll get lots of good direction. I'm quite looking forward to that partnership. But don't skip past Matip. You see Matip dribbling through them the other day.
Yeah.
He looked like Bambi with his legs dribbling through. Scoring a goal in pre-season. Like he's quite underrated.
Do we start Konate straight away from day dot?
No.
He's 21. There's still no rush. And even with that, I'm gonna throw something out there. Once again, I do not have an answer to this at all, right? I know we've only had 2 pre-season friendlies at the moment. Do you think there's a possibility that we can play 3 at the back this season with Konate, Van Dijk, and Gomez, with Trent and Robertson on the other side?
I've been thinking about that for a while.
This mad.
I've been thinking
about
that.
What do you reckon, James?
I mean, we could do. I'm more of a think. This is what my thinking is Konate is more, he's going to be Virgil's apprentice.
Okay.
This was my thinking in it. So he's going to be working alongside Virgil, and then eventually, because how old's Virgil now? And I think he's 30. I think he's going to kind of be training him up to eventually overtake him and replace him at some point. But I think Klopp, like the 2 pre-season games, he said to them, each team, your aim of this pre-season match is to see who can win the most, get the most win backs for the ball. He didn't care about who won. That was target. So I think he likes to have that competition within the squad, and I think just having him there will give them that hope. I wouldn't start him, like you said. He's only 21. Klopp doesn't tend to do that either. A lot of the time, by people, it's very rare that he just slides them right in. I think Jota was a rare example of that, but he'd apparently been watching him for like 2 years and talking to him. Okay. So I think he was already playing how he wanted him to play. But he looks all right pre-season. I want to see some more pre-seasons of him in that setup. And obviously we haven't actually seen him with Virgil yet and with the first team. So, but he's a unit.
I tend not to try to judge people too much on pre-seasons because
no. Yeah.
Pre-seasons it's just about fitness as far as I'm concerned. And it's not, a lot of times there's a lot weaker opposition as well. They're not playing full squads and so forth. It's all about fitness.
Klopp said it wasn't about winning. Like he wanted them to get the most win backs.
Yeah. But you're right. Hopefully, I'm not setting myself up with this statement. I'm just going to put it out there, and it'll be good. Everybody that's subscribed, everybody that's on the comments. If the season does not go how I believe it is, please make sure you come onto the channel and absolutely rib me. Please, all right? Please. I believe watching Ibrahim, obviously he's the under-21s captain for France as well. He plays like a young Yaya Toure. And you're right. When you see Yaya Toure, and I don't mind, I'm showing my age here, also Desai. When we were linked with him.
You know Yaya was at our training pre-season.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He came along for a look. So maybe that was, it's funny you say that.
Yeah, but these two players, as you said, Yaya Toure and a young Desai, the way that this brother plays football, when we were linked, I didn't want to comment because I didn't want to smile. And as you said, there was a midfielder, and obviously Artie knows on the show, I wanted us to buy Rodrigo de Paul. When I didn't come through, I'll say I was heartbroken. So the fact that we got Ibrahim, I feel blessed, and I look forward to him actually playing for us. Wonderful purchase.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe he's going to be a very good purchase as well. Yaya was actually there to get. He was actually getting tips from Jurgen.
Of course,
he actually turned up for his future in coaching and management. That's why he was actually there. He really rates Jurgen Klopp as a manager, and that's why he was there. And he said he actually tweeted and said, "Yeah, it's really good to be amongst the guys and whatever." And he learned quite a bit. So that's why he was there. He learned that here, peoples.
Yeah, Mane said, "Come and see the best."
That's right. Come and see the best.
We got Stitches Balogun saying that he wants Renato Sanchez. Personally, I don't.
Even with that, that's quite interesting as well, because he had a wonderful season at Lille. They won the league, right? But Lille, their manager moved on, and they also, I'm not saying they're in the same position as Stuttgart, but they have financial constraints at the moment as well. Yeah. So that'll be interesting. But my opinion is I will not be able to comment on this player. Once again, he had a wonderful Euros. I haven't seen him enough of him playing for his club. So question mark.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's the consistency that puts me off.
So we're nearly at that 40-minute mark, people. So before we go, and I want you to be quick and fast.
Okay.
Who do you want in?
Who do I want in?
Who do you want in?
Well, we're linked to that Tielemans. And that thing that I don't want to say because everyone's going to laugh at me, but why? Why? Because do you know why I want him even more now? Because Arsenal think they're getting him. Apparently, they think that he wants them over us.
No chance.
Do you know what I mean?
No chance.
No Europe football. No.
So you say Tielemans and Aouar, yeah?
Yeah, Aouar.
Okay. Is that Aouar from Lyon?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
It's just a rumour at the moment, but I think he'd fit in quite nice.
Okay. Stoney.
Same thing. Houssem Aouar. Look, he fits the bill. He's 23. He can play in central midfield. He can play offensively. He can play over the left side. 36 mil. His contract's up on June the 23rd. So either him or, as he said, I still do like Lorenzo Pellegrini, central midfielder, 36 mil at Roma. So either of those two, ideally, I'm not saying a replacement for Gini, but I do believe that we need another central midfielder as well. So that and a forward. Who that forward is, I have no idea. Yeah, we can't afford Mbappe. We can redevelop the whole of the Anfield Road end for the price it will cost us for Mbappe. So we'll leave that out there. So yeah,
Mbappe, the money we make in shirt sales, we'll bring that back alone. I'll tell you that. Could you imagine?
But after he missed his penalty, though, his shirt sales might have gone down a bit, and his price.
No, his price might have gone down.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who we can get. And this is just because Sam Spurs for Life is on it. I think we should get Harry Kane and play him as a central midfielder.
Yeah, that's definitely it. That's definitely it. We are definitely going to call it a night there.
No thanks.
Tony is swearing on the show. I apologize for that, peoples. I hold my hands up as the host. I apologize for the bad language you just heard there. Yeah, for the profanities.
Yeah.
Tony,
Stoney,
where's my yellow card? Where's my yellow card, man? I need to find my yellow for him. First warning. First warning. I'll ever hear any nonsense like that again. I'll tell you.
Who are your signings? Who would you like for us to get our team?
Yeah,
I'd like either Saul or R as well. I definitely want a forward. I definitely want a goal scorer, a banger.
Yeah.
Definitely want a banger, definitely.
When people park the bus against us,
100%. But I'm looking at, if we've already got Fabinho, Henderson, KR, and Curtis Jones, central midfield is not really a priority right now, to be honest. Yeah. I do like Tielemans, but I don't think it's a priority.
Yeah.
I think if we could get an attacking forward and a striker, I think that'll do us a lot better. Give us some more options up front. I definitely believe. Yeah.
Right.
So quickly before we go, Gems, could you just run through some of these comments quickly before we go, please? We're going to call it wrap it up. Run through.
Same thing. I look like Sue Ellen on the left, Cliff Barnes on the right, and JR dead center. They're going on with this stupid bullshit. Going. Matip think tiny, but Matip's actually the tallest. I think he's the tallest. He's the tallest in our squad, but I think he's the tallest in the Prem. Actually, Matip.
Good. Crazy.
Yeah, good. Right. Let's have a look. What else have we got? A Monday being sensible this time. I'm disappointed that Liverpool, after all their success, are back to push. Oh, shut up, man. Do you know what? Just look at Robertson, yeah? We've got good coaching. We don't need to just spend big cash on
exactly
players. We've got Warren.
Just remind him of Jemba. He was so good they named him twice.
You know what one of our main jobs? Alexis Sanchez. He was paid all them wages and they put him on loan and they were still, was it 300 grand a week? They were paying him. And he was on loan playing his piano. Warren, no rush on Kanate, no rush Virgil and Gomez. Looks like Matip will be playing centre back on his own.
Wow.
Matip injuries is his weakness, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Definitely.
Agreed, Warren, there's no rush.
Yeah.
See if we got any interesting ones. Great discussion, guys. After what Pickford did to VVD, he's going to be the new Ledley.
Oh, wow.
Shut up. I'm going to send you a picture of Virgil's.
That's not nice.
Later, yeah? I'll send you a picture of his thighs later. I think you'll enjoy it. Squad competition is good and important. Definitely. I think that's what Klopp instills more than anything. Oh, there's just people laughing at us now. Okay. Balogun, we're going to beat up the league. Of course, we got third without a proper defence. Reckon you can get that 90 point in season 4. And when did you last get 94, Zach? 90 points. Do you know, Man United had, say, their best season last season. They still, since Klopp took over, they haven't got more points than us. Ever. In that was the last time they managed to get more points than us, was before Klopp. So, yeah. They can talk about second spot and third spot and all this stuff, but yeah, it's points that matter, isn't it? What's Warren saying? Open season, yes. Let's shoot down some rival fans that talk too much. Man United fans are just so gassed right now. It's hilarious. I like watching.
But you know what, James? I love it. I love it.
I love it too.
This is the excitement that I want every single Manchester United fan and supporter to have. It's going to be beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Because then we can watch their hearts break in Christmas. They're shouting, and then Ollie out.
Once again.
Yeah, once again.
Once again, yeah.
Last season, they were so happy. They thought we weren't getting top 4. They're going on about Europa. Next thing you know, Alisson comes up.
Yep.
Head out.
Exactly.
That's what we got in the back. Matip and Phillips to start. Well, I think Phillips might be going. Great show. Thank you, Warren. You better tune in again, or I'm going to hunt you down. Find you. Blah, blah, blah. Maggie Thatcher, do you know what? You're getting memed up tonight, Mr. B. Mr. B likes watermelon, by the way. I don't know if you've seen it. Love it, Keegan.
Right,
Do you
people,
see his noise, innit?
We are going to say thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for joining us. It has been a pleasure. It's been an absolute blast. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's all about FTB Sports, and it's all about Kop Talk. Each and every Thursday, 9:30, right here. Don't miss it. Remember, put it in your diaries. I'm telling you, do not miss it. Hottest news off the press right here. I am going to say thank you to my fellow hosts. So thank you very much, Gems.
Thank you.
First.
Yeah, always.
Night, Gems.
And he's Fraser.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stoney.
Thank you very much, RT.
It's been a blast.
Yeah. Next Thursday.
We will see you all next week.
Yeah.
Peace.